With your eyes open, we'll do a brief round of alternate nostril breathing. Bring your right hand up and bring your index finger and your middle finger into the palm of your hand. Seal off your right nostril with your thumb. Breathe in through your left. At the top of your breath, seal off your left nostril with your ring finger and breathe out through your right. Keep your body relaxed, chin level, spine straight. Inhale through your right nostril. At the top of your breath, seal it off with your thumb. Exhale out through your left. In again through your left nostril. Stay soft at the top of your breath. Keep your breath continuous. Breathe out through your right nostril. At your own pace, back in through the right nostril. Exhale out through the left nostril. One more time through. Inhale through your left nostril. At the top of your breath, close off your left nostril with your ring finger and exhale out through your right. Inhale through your right nostril or at your own pace. You complete the exhale out through your left nostril. Let your hands return to your lap. Squeeze all of the air out of your left nostril, all the air out of your body. Return to your normal breath. Open your eyes, inhale the arms up overhead, interlace your fingers and press your palms up towards the ceiling. Wiggle your spine straight. And slight lean to your right. Inhale back to the center, exhale over to the left side. Inhale back to the center, exhale the hands halfway down. Push the heels of your hands away from your body and squeeze your knuckles back towards your ears. Lock out your arms, lock out your elbows, and draw your shoulder blades down towards your back, towards your belt line. Open your chest by drawing the pinkies towards each other. This opens the lungs. Thirty more seconds here. Inhale the arms up overhead. Point your fingertips towards each other, the palms towards the ceiling. Exhale, release your hands to your knees. Good, take a breath in. As you exhale, twist to the right, gentle twist to the right. Inhale back to the center, exhale, twist to the left side. And inhale back to the center, uncross your feet. Widen your feet out onto your mat or onto the floor or onto the beach, wherever you are. I know we've got at least one person from out of state here today. Go take a breath in. And as you exhale, drop your knees over to the right. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, the knees over to your left. When you move, move to the pace of your own breath. Inhaling through center. Exhale as you release the knees to one side. Inhale back through center again. Exhale to the left. Good. Inhale back to the center. Straighten your legs. Come up into staff pose. Lift your spine and ribs up nice and straight. Bend your left knee. Draw your heel back towards your body. Wrap your arms around the front of your left shin. And then sit back. Sage pose. Point your toes towards the ceiling. Lift your spine. Wiggle your spine up a little straighter. As you take a deep breath in, press the belly against your thigh so you feel opening in your lower back at the top of your glute. Hug your foot up off the floor. Grab the outside of your left foot with your right hand. And straighten your left leg. Reach your left arm up overhead. Beautiful. Good. Exhale and release your left foot on top of your right knee. Hands down by your side. Draw your right knee up, seated pigeon. You can stay still or rock from side to side. I hope you guys are all enjoying some good family time. Good. Inhale back to the center. Straighten your right leg. And come back to a seated position. Sit up a little straighter. And let your knee naturally relax towards the floor. You don't have to do anything to force the knee down. Just let it be wherever it wants to be. Some days it'll be a little closer to the floor and some days it won't. But sit up a little straighter. When you sit up a little straighter, you'll feel that opening in your left hip. Good. And release your left leg straight. Bend your right knee up into sage pose. Close as you can. Get the heel as close as you can to your body. And then wrap your arms around and give your thigh and your knee a nice hug into the body. Straighten the spine. Lean back a little bit as if you were going to lift your right foot up off the floor, but not quite yet. Full breath in, expand your ribs to press the thigh into your ribs. Keep bringing yourself back to the ocean sounding breath. Breath is one of the great tools that we have to relax the body. Pranayama, practice of yogic breathing, pranayama all day. Lift your right foot up off the floor. The left hand grabs the outside of your right foot, or you can make a basket underneath your right leg if it's challenging to reach. And then sit up, lift the ribs a little higher towards the ceiling. Squeeze your toes back towards your body and find some space in between all of your toes. Good, and then release the right foot on top of your left thigh. Sit up straight. Slide your hands down behind your hips and release and bend your left knee. Seated pigeon. In stillness or with a rock, you choose. Beth, you're keeping time a little bit, right? Yeah, I got it. Good. Come back to the center, straighten your left leg, come back to staff pose. Inhale the arms up overhead, lift your ribs, push the soles of your feet towards the camera, towards your computer, towards your TV. I never thought I'd be on TV. Take another breath in, inhale the arms up overhead, round forward, gentle seated forward bend. Hands can come to your knees, your shins, ankles, toes, but draw your belly towards your thighs, the belly towards the thighs. Inhale, release, roll to the right, come into table. Find neutral spine where it's comfortable for you to be here. Straighten your right leg up behind you. And begin to circle your right knee. Big, slow, conscious circles. Keep your left elbow straight. It always wants to bend. Find the biggest rotation you can make. And then release and go the other way. And straighten your right leg behind you. Stack your right hip on top of your left by turning the right foot into a minus sign. Bring your right hand back to your right hip. Firm up your right leg and push out through the sole of your right foot. So create energy in your right leg. Extend the right arm up towards the ceiling. And then where can you find softness in your body? Soften your body. Extending in all directions. Take one more breath in and release. Straighten your left leg up behind you. And begin big, slow, conscious circles. Drawing your left knee towards your left elbow. And go the other way. Right arm stays straight. One more. And straighten your left leg. Roll your left hip up towards the ceiling. And extend if it's right for you this morning. The one thing that's beautiful about being virtual is it takes the ego right out of it because nobody else can see you doing yoga right now. So we're free of self-judgment by comparing to everybody else in the room. Maybe extend the left arm towards the front of the room. Find length in your left side. And release. Child's pose. Or Vajrasana by sitting back on your heels. Good, back to table. Straighten your right leg up behind you. Bend your right knee, reach back with your left hand and grab the top of your right foot. Draw your right knee away from the mat. Squeeze your shoulder blade towards your spine. Good, look straight ahead and then lift your chin up as high as you can. Look up towards the ceiling. And release. Left leg extends up behind. Bend your knee. Find the top of your left foot with your right hand. Press the top of your left foot into your right hand so you can lift the left knee away from the floor. Good. Press into your left hand and look up. Lift your chest. Look up towards the ceiling. Good. In, release. Widen the knees. Slide your hips back towards your heels. Slide the arms forward towards the front of the mat. Release your forehead to the floor or to a block or a blanket.
Or a cat.
Good. Inhale forward, curl the toes under, press up to downward dog. Hold downward dog. As you breathe in, expand your belly. As you exhale, draw the belly back towards your spine. So work the breath. Make sound as you inhale, ocean, deep ocean inhale. Exhale all the air out of your lungs as you breathe out. One more. As you exhale, feel the muscles engaging to squeeze your belly back towards your spine. Step forward, hang over your toes in the forward fold. Let everything hang towards the floor. And roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale the arms up overhead, palms come together. Exhale the palms to the center of your chest. Close your eyes. Good. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, release your hands to your hips. Step back onto the ball of your left foot. Good. Straighten your back leg. Sometimes the back leg will be bent, but push the back of your left thigh and the back of your knee behind you. Open your chest. Draw your shoulder blades together. Draw your elbows towards each other. And lift your gaze so your chin is level to the horizon. Arms out to the side. Cactus arms. One more breath in. Exhale the hands down by your hips. Inhale them back up overhead. And exhale to warrior two. Straight spine. Straight front leg. Your knee is directly on top of your ankle. I've actually never been able to watch myself do yoga before. This is amazing. Good. Release the left hand behind the back of your left leg. Reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Turn to look at the palm of your right hand. Soften through your shoulders. Relax your body. Stay with the breath. One more breath in. Exhale, release the right hand, right elbow to your right knee. Extend the left arm up towards the ceiling, and then extend it towards a side wall to get one line of energy from your left wrist all the way down to the outside of your left foot. A lot of times you'll see people like this. But lift up and then roll your armpit, your left armpit towards the ceiling. Push into the outside of your left foot. So find length from your back of your left hand to the outside of your left foot. One more breath in, release. Tense your fingers and step back to plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, downward dog. Release to child's pose. Good. Inhale forward, exhale back up to downward dog. Widen your fingers out onto the floor. Squeeze your palms into the floor. Squeeze your armpits. We're going to walk forward to the top of the mat, but before you do, figure out which foot you'd least like to step forward with first and use that one. Hang over your toes and a forward bend. Release everything towards the floor. Knees can be slightly bent. Take your palms and reach up to your glutes behind you and sweep down the back of your legs with your palms. Touch your fingers on the floor or blocks and widen your feet out to the edges of your mat, still in a standing forward bend. And then bring both hands up to your thigh and squeeze your leg like you're squeezing out a tube of toothpaste. Squeeze the energy down your leg like you're trying to get the rest out of a tube of toothpaste. 3 times on each leg.
Japanese mat foot curl disconnected.
Good. Bend your knees, roll it up 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale the arms up overhead, palms come together. Exhale the palms to the center of your chest. Go back to your ocean sounding breath. Inhale the arms down past your hips and up overhead. Lift your chest, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release your hands to your hips. Step back onto the ball of your right foot. If it's challenging to balance on the ball of your right foot, you can drop the sole of your right foot down to the floor. Good. Press your thumbs into your back. Open your chest. Draw your shoulder blades and elbows towards each other. Look straight ahead. Lift your chin. And you may find it would feel natural to slide the left foot forward a little bit and bend a little deeper into your left knee, but not past 90 degrees and not so that it draws your right knee into a bend. So keep the back leg straight. Inhale your thumbs up the back of your ribs and extend the arms out to the side. Reach out through your fingertips so you have the widest wingspan you can create in your body right now. That keeps your body soft. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, release to warrior 2. Move the prana through your body with the breath. Feel the breath coming in through the soles of your feet. Rising up your body, and exhale the breath back out through the soles of your feet. Draw the breath in through the soles of your feet. Fill your body. One more. Release the right hand behind the back of your right leg. Left arm reaches up. Turn to look at your palm. If you have to straighten into your left leg a little bit, so you can relax, do that. Let your shoulder blades slink down your back towards the back of your hips. One more breath in. Exhale the left elbow to the left thigh. The right hand can start on your right hip. Then extend towards the ceiling. Find length. Keep the length in your right leg through your right hip. Extend the right arm towards the side wall. The right armpit opens towards the ceiling. One more breath in. Roll the right hand to the floor. Tense your fingers. Step back to plank. If you want to increase the intensity of your plank, do plank on your fingertips. Stay safe. Release your palms to the floor. Take a breath in. Exhale. Downward dog. Release your knees wide to the floor. Slide your hips back towards your heels and rest in child's pose. Or draw your knees together, sit back on your heels or on a blanket or a pillow and release to Vajrasana. Ocean sounding inhalation, exhale. Called Ujjayi breathing. And if you add the expansion in the belly and the ribs, it becomes what's called Dirgha Ujjayi. Inhale back to table. Walk your legs behind you and come down into puppy. Press your chest away from the floor. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen as we get close to the 40-minute mark, which is going to happen in about another 7 minutes. So if we all have to log back in, if we drop the connection, you'll just check your email, and I'm going to send out an email with the new meeting ID. I know that fear and uncertainty and worry are an emotion that many of us are dealing with right now. I know we are, and my family. I know that the stress that Beth and I have about all of these changes and what it means and what could happen and what might happen brings us out of the present moment and has an effect on the body. But one posture I know that is useful in moving the energy that's associated with fear that gets lodged in the kidneys is what I call healing cobra. So you curl your toes under behind you. You can stay in puppy. And press your elbows into the floor and feel that little squeeze as you breathe. At the top of your breath, squeeze your glutes. Give a little gentle squeeze to your kidneys like you're squeezing a football or a grapefruit, and then exhale, release your glutes, release the tension in your lower back. A more intense version of this posture, if you want to practice this at home, would be to come into, it's called modified upward dog. With your toes curled under, keep the toes curled under. If you have socks on, you have to take them off. And the deepest version of this posture is bring your palms underneath your shoulders, spread your fingers nice and wide, tuck your elbows in towards your body, and press your arms straight. I call this fear pose. This is really a variation of Bhujangasana, cobra. Many of you have heard me tell the story about the healer Chuncham Nim, who put me in this posture, the very first healing session I did with her. And I did this posture for every day for 3 months, as long as I could, because that's what she told me to do, and I trusted her. Until I felt like I had ice packs on my kidneys, and I understood that when we store energy in our organs, it blocks the energy pathways in the body. I'm creating new fear in my body every day. If I can't find some way to release it by breathing, by posture, by walking in nature, or good food, if you need to release from this posture because it's too much, you can come back to puppy, or simply lie down on the floor, or slide back to child's pose, but move slowly, whatever you do, if you decide to come out. It takes a long time to build up the ability to hold this posture for longer than a few minutes. So be patient. One more full breath in. Wait for your breath before you move. And exhale, you can bend into your elbows and slowly release towards the floor. Come into cactus arms, left ear on the floor. Slide your right knee up towards your right elbow, half frog. Feel your heartbeat against the floor. Watch what your body does internally to recalibrate after the intensity of that posture. Good. In, release your right leg straight. Switch ears, switch knees to the other side. And roll over to your side. Release onto your back. And begin to hug your knees into your chest. Massaging your lumbar spine by moving from side to side. And gradually the rocking from side to side comes into stillness. Let everything in your body pull towards the floor. Find the outside edge of your feet or the back of your knees and come into happy baby. Expand the belly with your breath. Soft shoulders, relaxed chest. Relax your neck and your jaw, your eyes, forehead. Good. Release your knees or your feet, palms on your belly, right hand over left, thumbs on your navel, release to sleeping tiger. Keep your back flat as it will go. Thighs are perpendicular to the floor, shins parallel or a little higher. Don't drop your feet towards the floor if you can help it. Sleeping tiger is an incredible posture for grounding, bringing the energy out of the head. If you're newer to this posture, you may need to modify by bringing your hands behind your knees or straightening your legs overhead. We'll hold this posture together for one more minute before we move into a rest. If you want to help stimulate the accumulation of energy in your Swadhisthana, your second chakra, you can lift your head off the floor. So this Hive virtual studio experiment that we all have no choice but to participate in, to me is a tremendous opportunity for us to experiment with healing being non-local. So as I talk to you, I can feel accumulation of energy beginning in my lower belly, second chakra, Swadhisthana, Danjan, Dantian, Hara, all these different names for this really special place right below the belly button. Ten seconds. Cross your ankles, lower your feet to the floor, and widen your knees, or bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees flop out to the side. Rest. Whenever you're ready, you can straighten your legs out onto the floor and move into your final rest. If you want to rest longer, stay there. This will be an abbreviated rest for the purposes of the call. Let your body completely relax. And let it relax in the direct experience and knowledge that your yoga is only a breath away, only a thought away. Take a moment to roll to one side and come into a seated posture. Take your time. You can all take a moment to unmute yourselves. if you want to. I'm sure you can see all these microphones popping off now. So you can unmute bottom left-hand corner of your screen. We're all going to become Zoom experts in no time. Palms together in front of the center of your chest. Back to your ocean breath. This is going to sound distorted and awkward, but we're going to do it anyway. We're going to all ohm together, so. Breathe all the air out of your lungs and take a full breath in. All right. How'd it go? Did it work?
Namaste.
Hey, namaste. Hey, we're still on, so
Namaste.
we can chat a little bit.
Okay, I'm on the little kids.
Thank you, Mike. This was a fun family yoga here.
So this is I believe I recorded this, so it's you'll get to see. I didn't get to see everybody's face on here. I didn't realize until I just looked now. Does it show you how many participants there are? Yeah.
It was up to 33 at one point, Mike.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Ready.
So we are. I'm sure you guys all got the note. You can check out the Hive, and there's new videos. We recorded one today. I'm actually in like 10 minutes. We're going to record another one, and we're going to be putting those videos up. Our hope is, as long as we can do this and bring folks to the studio, that we'll be able to do one live class a day, but we're still working with the teachers to schedule that out. But we're going to have a library of classes for that you can subscribe to. There's going to be short sound bites. There's going to be free sample classes. And then if you want to keep your Rooster Wings membership, turn it back on, you can do that. Or there's going to be a subscription membership, or you can do classes. We want financial hardship should not be a reason that you don't participate in the community for anybody. So just reach out to us, and we need you as much as you think you need us at this time. And there's going to be other stuff out there with other teachers that we have access to from our extended network, and I'm going to be more active in putting music up there and teacher classes from other things. And we're also going to launch some programs too. Candy Blackster's talking about doing a book club. I want to have a little Ram Dass study group. So there's ideas are percolating like that. So really looking forward to getting virtual with you guys. Virtually conscious. So yeah.
Finally, thank you so much to you and to everybody for joining in. It was great. I went on the YouTube channel last night and looking at your stuff, and Casey and Marlene was up there, but I'm not sure whether I was looking on my iPad. When I tried to bring it up to full screen, which you really need to do to get the best experience, it would only go like this Hollywood Squares type thing. It wouldn't go big time. So if there's a way to make those adaptable to full screen, I would suggest you might try to do that.
So my sense is that's probably we can do a private Zoom, Henry. We can test it out, but it's when you click on the YouTube video, there should be a way to blow that up to the full screen. And if you have a touch screen, if you
go to the top left corner of your touchscreen, you can make it one person. So if you're on an iPad right now, just tap the top left, and then you can go to one person.
I'm talking about the YouTube channel.
You're talking about the playback.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll try that on my iPad later, Henry, and see, and then we can hook up.
Yeah.
Anybody else have anything they want to share or say? Or the other thing is,
This is just what we needed.
awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
Thank you, Mike.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm, you know, when I think about food a lot differently now, and you know, this what's really, I was telling Beth last night, like I had this awakening as I always have on my way to the bathroom, I get these epiphanies for whatever reason, and like the whole concept of weekend is gone now, right? The whole concept of vacation is like, it's totally changed, because like every day we're in this thing together, and really interesting to reflect on awareness in that way, and so how grateful we all are for the people who make our food and who are restocking the shelves so we can have food to eat, and for the people who are providing us with medicine, and especially for all those businesses have been deeply impacted by this. It's just it's an amazing time. I really trust that it's for a higher purpose and something positive is going to come out of all this, but doesn't mean there's going to be a few bumps. There's not going to be a few bumps in the road. And so blessings to all of you. We're available to talk to anybody privately at any time. If anybody wants to have a chat or satsang or anything like that, we're going to keep doing. It's really, from my perspective, just seeing all your faces and that we're all live together in the same conversation at the same time is really, it's just so beautiful. So thank you all, and we'll be in touch soon.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
I'll be back.
How did you get out of here now?